Hello everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Sports. Hey guys, I want to do a quick story time. And this is a serious story. And when I explain the story, you'll know how serious it is, guys. It's a serious story. But let me just, because I don't want to out, let me just tell y'all what the story is. On what day was that? Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday afternoon, guys. I had just finished doing the video. I think I just finished doing the college football video for College Football Saturday. Well, I don't remember exactly, but I had this intuition, guys. Something kept saying, go to the garage. And I went, you know, and the only thing that came to my mind when I kept having that feeling, I didn't need to go to the garage for anything, but normally on my door on my garage, not the garage door itself, but there's another door we walk through off the back porch. I go into my garage. You guys probably seen it on other vlogs. But anyway, I don't have a lock on that door. It's busted, and haven't put a new lock on it. So we just close it up. And sometimes I worry that people may go into the garage, but you know, I really don't worry about it. There's nothing really expensive in there, unless they're gonna try to. I don't think they're gonna try to lift a good wash and a dryer out of there, right? Most of it's just knickknacks in the garage. Because y'all saw me do a vlog where we had to clean that garage out, man. Y'all saw that vlog, hopefully. But some kept saying, go to the garage, go to the garage, go to the garage. And I just kept ignoring it. But you just get that feeling sometimes, you know. So guess what, guys? I go to the garage, and guess what? I smell gas. Pure, ultra-rated, natural, strong gas. So I went, well, is that gas? Because sometimes you'll smell things in the air, you're like, so that was my first thought was, is it something in the air that might be the gas? I wasn't really sure. It wasn't really that strong yet. At least not at the point when I first discovered it. So I said, okay, no problem. There's no gas in here except, you know, so anyway, I just blew it off, went back into the house, did some other things. About an hour later, I had that same feeling. Go to the garage. Now, guys, I'll explain what I know it is. But okay, I go back to the garage, and it's even worse. I just go, oh yeah, this is for sure gas. So I called the gas company. Puget Sound Energy is the name of the gas company we use. And the only thing that uses gas in my house is the hot water heater. And we have a furnace in the house that provides heat for us. And that has a pilot light that works on gas. So those are the two things. So I called the company and I told them I smell gas in my garage. You know, I called the emergency line, and they came out right away, guys. They came out within maybe 20-30 minutes. They found the guy in the area. He had to finish up a job, but he got here fairly quick. He came in like, because he told me he came in like it was a real emergency because he's had bad experiences with gas. I showed him where the garage was. He goes in the garage, and he's in there, right, trying to find the leak. And he has his little beeper thing. The more gas you get near, it'll beep louder. Well, he was in there for maybe 5 minutes. So I said, hey man, are you okay in there? He goes, yeah, I'm okay. Because I was in there for maybe 2 minutes trying to figure out where the gas was coming from. I couldn't hear gas leaking out anywhere. I could only smell it. And so it was kind of getting to me. I was getting lightheaded, so I got out of there. I mean, I'm talking about maybe 2 minutes. He was in there a good 5 minutes, and I'm thinking, man, this guy's gonna pass out. I better stay outside. Because at first I was in the house because I wanted to make sure the gas wasn't seeping into the house. So I was kind of hanging around the kitchen and the bathroom on the outside wall. That's where our garage is, but I didn't smell any gas. So I go back out to check on this guy because I don't want him to be passed out in there. So I figured I better go check on him. He said he was okay. And then he was in there another 5 minutes. He finally came out and he says, I can't find where the leak is. He said the garage is too full of gas and he can't find where his leak is. So he said, what we're gonna have to do is shut off the gas totally And he had a measurement on it. I said, we're not worrying about exploding or anything like that. Or he goes, no, you're not high enough yet. And he said that's why he was in the garage for so long without any gas mask or anything, because he knows at a certain level it doesn't bother you. He's an expert with that. And I go, man, that was strong. I couldn't have been in there for 2 minutes and was killing me. He said, yeah, but he's used to it. Well, anyway, we had to shut off the gas, guys. And so he said I have to call a plumber, and they have to do some kind of pressure test to find, it's kind of like you're trying to find the air in a tire or inner tube. That's what they were going to do, put pressure through the lines, and there her air coming out wherever the leak was. So I did that the next day. The guy came out. My son knew a guy that could do it, and I'll get to that in a second. But what I was thinking about, guys, what if I didn't go to that garage? What if I didn't go to the garage, ignored it, didn't go with my intuition? And I'm not calling it intuition. I'm just kind of relate to you guys. You know what I call it? The Holy Spirit. That was God saying, you need to go to your daggone garage. Because if I didn't, and we went to sleep that night, and gas is sipping it, and eventually it would have started seeping into the house, guys. That's how strong that gas is. It would have started coming into the house, because our house is old and it's made of wood. You know, our house is wood, guys, and that gas would have started seeping through the cracks of the wood. And maybe, hey, we all could have been sleeping in this house and never woke up because we all died from gas ventilation, or whatever you want to call it. That's what I was so thinking about. What if I didn't go to that garage, guys? Our whole family would have been in this house asleep, gas seeping into the house, and it could have killed all of us. And I think back on that, guys. I'm so glad I didn't ignore that feeling and went to the garage. Now, some people might say, Hollywood, that's a coincidence. But you know what? I'm a spiritual guy. I'm a Christian. I say it was God telling me through the Holy Spirit that I needed to go to the garage. Because if you're a Christian, guys, when God's talking to you, it's something that just won't let you go. And you just can't let it go. It just keeps bugging and keeps nagging. It's like somebody just keep nagging you. That's how that feeling was, guys. And so I listened to it, and it was gas. Well, anyway, to get to the end of the story. So the next day, I call the guy. He comes out. He finds the leak. I'm glad it wasn't underground, because part of our gas lines goes underground, and then it comes back up where the meter is, because it has to connect under the house where we have our furnace here that is on gas. When we have our pilot light, when we light our pilot light to get our heat here in the house. But it's ended up being on the outside. It was a real thin piece of pipe. He put the pressure on it, and it was coming out like it was going. I mean, it was loud. Okay, but the only way they could get that sound is to pressurize the pipes. So that's why I'm glad he found it. It's above ground. So what he's gonna do is cut the lines and put new pipe on it, and just basically cut the line that's going under the house off, make new pipe, and just keep it outside, and then put a insulation covering on it, because the house is so old, the pipe is just worn out, guys. And I'm just glad he found it. It's really not that expensive. Since we're renting the house, I told my landlord, she said she'd pay for it. Just call him up, and she'll pay for it over the phone. So everything worked out. I mean, we're without hot water. But we can boil some water if we need hot water, you know, take a little bird bath or whatever, or to cook with, or to wash dishes. We don't need any heat, thank God, because it's starting to warm up now. But yeah, guys, that was the story, guys. We could have lost our lives. We could have lost our lives, guys, if I didn't listen to the Holy Spirit to go check that garage. Gas would have been leaking into the house. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys, man. And he's gonna come out tomorrow to actually do it, because he didn't know what he was going up against as far as what tools he would need. But now that he knows, and plus he did that, he's doing that on the side for us. He works for a professional company, but he's doing it for us on the side, and not charges as much, because he freelances too and has his own independent business. And making money for himself outside of his regular job. So he charges like half of the price, because he knew my son. So that was a good thing, guys. I mean, my landlord's paying for it anyway. It was, I think he said it was going to be at the top of the line, $250 to do the whole thing. Then I have to call the gas company, Puget Sound Energy. They have to come out and inspect it, make sure, and he has to show his certification. He said he'll be here when the gas company come out. They'll check the line. If it's okay, then they'll turn my gas back on. All right, guys. So hey, Hollywood could not be around right now. Our whole family, you could have heard this story. House people died because they got suffocated with gas. But I'm glad it didn't work that way, guys. And I'm lucky, man. Our family's lucky. I'm just glad I went out in the garage and smelled gas. All right, guys. This was story time, guys. Normally I do it on my treadmill. But this time I just wanted to be sitting down and talking to you guys on a serious note. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. But if you are new to the channel, guys, join the team of Hollywood Sports. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's do this thing together. And as always, until next time, everybody, thanks for watching.